Thanks for tuning into this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce. Saturday night in the NBA, it's the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the San Antonio Spurs. And now we send you out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew. I'll see you at the half.
A beautiful view here of the Riverwalk, one of San Antonio's top attractions, as we see people cruising by and enjoying a terrific day. It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Lakers come into town for this one. I'm Kevin Harlan. We've got an action-packed Saturday night of NBA action for you. Thanks for joining us. Here with me tonight, Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. And one of the players we'll be seeing in this one, Kobe Bryant.
Well, guys, with Kobe, it's all about the ability to create his own shot wherever and whenever he wants. And he does it with a combination of size, speed, and tremendous footwork.
Yeah, Steve, but it doesn't end there. I mean, even if you do manage to stick with him and get a hand in his face, it really doesn't matter. Hands just don't seem to bother him at all. His concentration level and confidence at such a high mark. Once he gets it going, there's really no slowing him down.
It's out on the road tomorrow as the Spurs wrap up this home stretch. Looking at the first half of the season, it's been one they've been very proud of. They have a lot of confidence so far.
And Kevin, with the role they're on right now, I think you'd have to consider them one of the leading contenders to take home the trophy. There are a lot of teams in that discussion, but they're right in the middle of it.
Yeah, Steve, their axe is being sharpened at just the right time of year. I mean, this is exactly when you want to be getting hot. Everything falling into order for them right now.
Last game for the Lakers, they picked up the W against Toronto.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layup. It demoralizes the defense.
San Antonio on defense. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
And you go back to last year in the postseason. Remember, they sent this team packing when they met in round one. So I would expect a really good battle here tonight.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. On defense, the Spurs. And you know, like Steve mentioned, a matchup like this can spur a bit of extra intensity with the recent history being what it is.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about that, Kevin. I agree. I mean, you always want to show up strong, but definitely this is a game both teams want to win. Pride is a real factor here.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, Mike D'Antoni and I got a chance to talk for just a bit. They'll be up against a future Hall of Famer in Tim Duncan in this one, and I asked him how Duncan changes what they do on the defensive end. He relayed that he told his guys not to be over-aggressive with him in the post, saying, if we start biting on every fake he throws our way, we'll all be in foul trouble. We can't let that happen. We'll see if they can avoid just that, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. And Leonard gets it to go.
Well, I tell you what, Greg Popovich, a really impressive leader for the Spurs. He's able to keep all of his players locked into what's best for the team. Has a military background, played basketball and studied at the Air Force Academy before serving 5 years in the Air Force. And you know some of the leadership that he brings to his position was learned from his past experiences.
And Clark, you mentioned Pop's time at the Air Force Academy. That's where he got his start in the coaching ranks.
Yeah, 6 years as an assistant there. He was head coach at Pomona, an assistant coach with the Golden State Warriors and the Spurs, and eventually moved into the front office in San Antonio. But, wow, what an amazing run it's been for him. 17 years as the head coach of the Spurs.
Parker's shot is off.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Shots good from Young.
Wow, just a tremendous first quarter shooting the basketball for them, guys.
Yeah, when they put it up, it's gone in.
Ginobili kicks to Parker. Back to Ginobili. Can they get it? That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Well, since the new CBA, the league has made the luxury tax much more punitive. But certainly the Lakers blessed with the financial wherewithal to be a tax-paying team. The problem is it can hurt your flexibility under the new rules just to make deals, and that's going to be the challenge for LA.
Outside Leonard passes it to Duncan. Elbow shot is on the way, and he hits the jump shot.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
You talk about the huge fan base for the Lakers, Clark, one of the marquee franchises certainly in the entire NBA.
I would even stretch that to all of sports, Kevin. The market and their finances clearly have helped them gain that stature, but you can't shortchange the organization, the people making the decisions. And I thought, Steve, they excelled in transition defense as well. The energy level you talked about was obvious in that part of the game, too.
In a moment here to highlight some of the best and brightest from beyond the stripe. And you look at Kobe Bryant, he's absolutely deadly from outside. And, of course, red hot right on the trail.
And both these guys force defenders to come way out past the three-point line, and that really opens up the floor for their teammates.
Here's Parker, averaging 14 points a game.
Get on, Parker!
There's the dish to Leonard. Kobe with the steal. And now here comes Kobe, leading the break.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play. They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Well, they've come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Looks like he's lost his focus a little bit, not playing well in this quarter. They've built a big lead here early.
Both defensively and offensively. They've been terrific right from the tip.
Spurs trail by 17. Parker kicks to Duncan, and that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Taking a look at the Lakers, earning the first place position with a terrific record, and we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And of course, the San Antonio Spurs, just a couple spots back.
Looking at the Lakers, they've gotten off to an ideal start this season, really. It was largely unexpected, but by no means has it been a fluke. You knew they had the potential to do what they're doing.
I think you could see the potential. Just the way they're playing now, obviously, it looks like they've been there all along. But there's probably still a lot of non-believers out there kind of waiting for the bottom to fall out on this team.
You know, even though he's getting up there in years, guys, Powell's effectiveness shouldn't really drop off much. He's a long, skilled player who doesn't play off the ground very much, and his versatility should help his longevity.
He's killing them with his poor shooting. The defense is more than willing to give him those shots now.
Kobe attacking. There's the pass to Red Hot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot's good from Gasol. Gasol's got his first basket. Clark, you mentioned the versatility of Pau Gasol. Steve, it's really the defining quality of his game, wouldn't you say?
How about that basketball, fan?
Beautiful.
Wow.
I love the aggressiveness with their approach, pounding the ball inside, and it's working.
They are owning this game early. They are constantly finding lanes to the basket.
Spurs trail by 20. Splitter passes to Parker. Leonard kicks to Parker. Spurs working the ball around now. Duncan, Ginobili attacking. The rebound by Young.
He's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
Pass to Red Hot. And Parker comes with the help. Baseline try, and the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Defensively, this team is just giving up way too many open looks.
You're exactly right, and to battle back, they've got to shore that defense up, Steve.
Pass to Leonard. Ginobili outside to halt the run. That's good. Ginobili's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Tell you what, he's 3 or 4 now. Looks like his game's on offensively.
Lets it go from deep, and another 3 for the Lakers.
Wow, he just keeps rolling. Unreal.
You talk about putting up points in a hurry. I mean, he's got personal spurt ability. He can't miss.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
You know, the Spurs really have a cohesive culture, and part of that is something that Greg Popovich has been able to do, and that's being able to join guys together that normally might not hang out. For instance, you had Matt Bonner taking Steven Jackson out to a Coldplay concert last season. One way to help guys get to know each other off the court, and it helps them on the court. It's still early on in this new basketball season for San Antonio, and here's where they sit in the NBA rankings. 2nd in rebounding, 5th in assists, and they're in the top 10 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Clark. And what jumps out to me is the rebounding, because when you can rebound the basketball as a team, you can stay in every game. Even if you're not shooting the ball well, you rebound, you get extra possessions, and you allow your team the ability to make a comeback.
And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
You know, you look at Ginobili, and he's slender and doesn't scream athleticism, but he is nimble, and nobody in the league is more of a contortionist going to the basket than Manu.
Jeff Pendergraph's checking in for Tim Duncan. Lakers leading by 20. From 13, and there's the rejection. And now in transition is Parker. Here we go. There's Ginobili, no good. And the Lakers take it the other way. The amount of Ginobili, Clark, as you mentioned, an unconventional driver. Left-hander that throws guys off.
Yeah, it's kind of a herky-jerky type maneuver, but, you know, it's that side step. We call it the Euro step. It might as well be called the Manu step these days. James Harden copied it from Ginobili, but it's so hard to stay in front of him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Diaw comes in for Splitter, and it's Green in for Manu Ginobili. Here's Red Hot, finishes the break with a slam.
Well, the number one priority for a defense when you face this guy is to keep him getting anywhere from the basket, because he's just so strong as a finisher.
And something else that comes to mind with him is how many guys he's given the poster treatment to. I mean, flying high to power one down while the defender stands there looking for mercy.
The Spurs making a switch here. Mills is checked in. Lakers leading by 20. Red Hot the pass to Young. Here's Red Hot. He's covered by Leonard. Kobe against Green. Shot clock at 6. Leonard brings the double team. Here's Gasol. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Looked like an easy 2 points right there.
You know he's kicking himself for that miss.
For 3, Kobe. That's good. Kobe's got 9.
He is remarkably hot this quarter. He has yet to miss a shot.
And here's Mills for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Kamen's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Red Hot the pass to Kaman. Nick Young on the wing. Lakers passing it around. Step back shot. And another basket for the Lakers.
That's 5 for 5 now to start the game. Wow, he's in for a big night.
You know, I think at some point you got to start thinking about throwing a different look his way early on, especially if he keeps shooting like this.
And the foul on Chris Kaman. That is his first foul of the game. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Mills with it. Bellinelli dishes to Mills. And a miss there on the triple. Now here's Kaman. He kicks it to Gasol. Kobe with it. Now defended by Bellinelli. Here's Red Hot. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. 31 points for Red Hot.
And that's what's built them this early lead. Deadly shooting from behind the arc.
Yeah, the D better start getting out there on him, Steve, and soon.
Young left side. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, it's been all about pace and space with them. Tempo, the fast break points, just a huge advantage.
Yeah, they've been looking to push it all the time and to get that early offense, and they're doing it well. I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
Back to Kobe. From outside the arc. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Well, they've really come out on fire with the killer instinct here, absolutely torching it from beyond the arc.
San Antonio's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And Mills kicks to Bellinelli. Dishes it to Green. Gasol with the block. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. Knocks it loose. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. San Antonio with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. And the basket by Diop. The Lakers controlling the game. 1:15 left to play in the first quarter. Going back to what you were saying, you can really tell they're focused in this game.
Yeah, you sometimes can see it, and you can even feel it when you're around the team, Kevin, when everybody is zeroed in and homed in on what they need to do, and oftentimes it results in very sharp, effective play.
Both free throws good from Red Hot. 1:15 left in the first quarter of the game. Mills passes to Pendergraph. Kicks to Green. Ball's knocked loose. Kobe with the steal. And it's the Lakers on the break. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Reverse that one home. Now that was nice, real nice.
The agility on display.
Yeah, you love that body control.
Oof.
Oh, that one had it. Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up.
Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Boy, smooth and graceful. How about the hang time? That's impressive.
Knocked away. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. There's 38 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Back to Young. Feeds it to Kobe. Left side, Kobe. Again, the Lakers.
How about this display? He's made all 8 of his field goals to start this game.
Steve, he's come out smoking. I mean, scoring with such ease and fluidity.
And it's the Lakers on the break. And finished off by Kaman.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
And Diop kicks to Mills. Diop to stop the run. And that one's good. We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. Los Angeles on top, opening up a huge gap. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
NBA season is in.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And Stephen Clark, Lakers pretty much in control here.
Now the key has been the rebounding department. This club dominating the paint area. And if this continues, they'll be in great shape.
Well, they've done two things. They've limited second chances, and they've been able to flex their muscle down low.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. Both you up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for San Antonio, Corey Joseph is out there with Nando De Colo. Then it's Green. Then there's Jeff Pendergraph. And it's Diaw in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now Joseph.
Well, Kobe's never been shy about shooting. You know, a lot of people would argue that he gets maybe a little too shot happy sometimes, but you want a guy who's dominant. You want a guy who's not afraid, who's going to fail and just come right back and fire away the next time.
Splitter is checked in for San Antonio. Here's Joseph. Not loose. Here's De Colo. Green. Oh, and here comes Kobe all alone. That's absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks there.
I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that again.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. And here comes the break by himself. He misses the wide open dunk. And when you talk about Kobe's role offensively for the Lakers, it's worth mentioning last season was one of his most efficient scoring the basketball.
It really was, and you consider the turmoil that surrounded the Lakers all season. It was remarkable that Kobe was as even-keeled as he was, stayed focused, and start to finish, he delivered the type of all-star performance that he always does. Very impressive.
Shot by Joseph, no good.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Offensive rebound, Splitter. And good work on the boards. They'll pick up the second chance points. Splitter's got his first points of the game. And here is Joseph. Joseph off a pick from Splitter. And Green gets it to go.
The thing you notice right off the bat from the statistics, just his three-point percentage. I mean, it's a terrific number. And it's a combination of things. Good shot selection, his mechanics are solid, and his movement on the perimeter is outstanding.
And offensively, you'll find him often lurking on those corners. Always a high percentage shot among three-pointers, and especially for him. These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Splitter dishes to Green. Misses off the left iron.
That's not his shot there, guys. And whether you play D on him or not, he's usually going to miss that one. You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Splitter passes to Joseph. He feeds it to Splitter. Hit his foot. And it's whistled a kick. And the Spurs making a change here. Duncan's checked in. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. And now Young running the floor.
Oh, are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Here's DeColo, cans the shot with nobody near him. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Red Hot, defended by Joseph. It's stolen by Duncan. Joseph with the ball, working on Gasol. Here's Green, gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Green's got 6.
And that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over.
You know, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches, Steve. It gives him a chance to show what a strong finisher he is.
Young passes to Red Hot, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Well, this group of shooting guards has given us a little bit of something extra lately, including excellent rebounding, so you can see those numbers. And you look at Young, no doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game. And, of course, Kobe Bryant.
You know, it's not easy to do what these players have done in that area, strictly because of positioning. Typically, as a 2-guard, you're going to be on the perimeter a lot more often than you will be inside.
Yeah, but for all of these guys, you can point to their quickness as well as their superb instincts as to why they wound up on the list. And you've got to have that nose for the basketball.
Green with the ball. Now guarded by Red Hot. Here's Joseph. Shoots. Misses off the right angle.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point. Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
He dishes it to Gasol. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
So nice to have a guy like that who can take charge at any time.
Yeah, so many of his passes, Steve, have led directly to baskets.
Duncan kicks to Joseph. And he finishes nicely on the way. Joseph's got his first bucket of the night. LA's gotten on a roll from three-point land. They've been flawless. 6 for 6 tonight. Passes it to Red Hot. Back to Young. Lakers working the ball around now. And there's Kobe. That's good on the assist from Young. And that's now 29 points for Kobe Bryant. For San Antonio, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. From deep, Green with the putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And a nice soft touch on the board.
And, you know, when you have that gentle a touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
Well, easy points, free points for a guy with that kind of strength and agility in the paint. You got to go for every second chance opportunity.
And there's the feed to Joseph. Back to Green. No good. Good D by Gasol.
Well, he hasn't had much success shooting the ball, but it's not too late for him to get it turned around and start contributing.
Good. 42 points for Red Hot.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
It does look like their energy is lacking at this point.
That's tipped. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
And we've got a moment to see some numbers for Tim Duncan. 3rd in blocks, 10th in rebounding, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, he's done a nice job of creating good looks for himself.
And you addressed this spot as one of the leaders in average blocks per game, Steve. And I tell you what, that makes a huge difference on the team's defense. When you got a shot blocker in there, it can change things for you.
Defensively, they're really scattered right now, giving up so many open looks from the three-point line.
Yeah, they are splashing them. Their last 3 buckets have all come from behind the arc. And what a tremendous game for Red Hot. He's got 45 points and a ridiculous number of steals. He's been their leader, stirring the drink at the offensive end and then anchoring the defense.
Well, it's a good example, Clark, of how you set the table for the rest of your teammates. He's really brought focus and energy to this game.
That free throw good from Red Hot. And some changes here for the Spurs. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Green. Ginobili comes in for DeColo. And Tony Parker subbed in for Corey Joseph. Both good from the line that time. Here's Parker. They get a hand on it. Duncan dishes to Parker. He passes to Leonard. Back to Parker. Rocket 6. San Antonio again missing.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. The work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
Amazing hops exploding to the bucket.
Kevin, you don't expect to see that coming from the point guard position.
No way.
Boy, when he elevated that size, that's impressive. The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
Back to Leonard. Looking to end the run. The Lakers with the rebound. Gasol's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
And you know, for the Rockets, that's a game they'd really like to have.
Manu Ginobili on the wing. This one for 3. And it's good in the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Well, Tony Parker really was more of a scoring point guard than a passing one early in his career, but his assist numbers have gone up. Greg Popovich, throughout Parker's career, has been on him to distribute and to become more of a true point guard. And I think he has found that balance over the last couple seasons.
And Gasol slams it in. Absolutely, Clark. No one in his airspace on that dunk.
Yeah, but come on, Kevin. The defense can't let that happen.
I hope they let it happen more. It's fun to watch that guy fly.
Just a gift, 2 points they gave up. That's awful.
Count the bucket. Splitter's got his 2nd basket of the game. Tony Parker just now entering his 30s. He's still got plenty of basketball, though, ahead of him.
Yeah, he started early, 19 years old, I think, when he came into the league, Kevin. So he's a guy that grew up under the direction and firm hand and sometimes hard hand of Greg Popovich, and now is thriving in an environment that's been championship caliber in every way.
He's such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Outside Leonard. Dish now to Splitter. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Splitter's got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
Kaman passes to Red Hot. Makes it off the glass. Red Hot's got 58.
This guy's putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
And he slams it down right on top of Tim. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
Oh, man, that was a circus dunk.
Parker kicks to Splitter. Leonard.
Parker.
The pass to Ginobili. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Los Angeles is going to sublime 4 of 4 from three-point range since we've gotten in here in the second quarter. Good on the shot. 62 points for Red Hot.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. I mean, just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
Pass to Parker. Back to Ginobili. He kicks it to Splitter. Kaman's there. Puts up the baby hook. Splitter misses. Here are the Lakers. Pass to Kobe.
Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Wow. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
San Antonio's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Another steal. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And, guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Poked loose. Here's Red Hot. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
Leonard. San Antonio again missing. And here comes Kobe.
What throw down there.
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you got it, Clark.
And it's sent back by Kaman. Here's Young. No good on the buzzer beater. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Lakers on top, running away with it. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
The NBA season is rolling right along. Let's look back at the first half. The Lakers came out with a full head of steam. They look to continue their winning streak. Red Hot having himself a big-time game. He's absolutely exploded, racking up the points, and incredibly has already nabbed a triple-double in this one. An amazing first half. For the Spurs, though, they've looked out of sync. They've got to do a better job protecting the ball and valuing each possession. They've not done that. Their turnover numbers way too high through 2 quarters. A tough start for Tony Parker. Turnovers have been an issue almost beyond belief. You wonder which team he's playing for. Thanks so much for stopping on by. Third quarter just around the corner, so let's get on back out to Kevin and the crew.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You know, Red Hot has really been making it happen, guys.
He has that slasher mentality, guys, and we saw all the evidence of that in the first half as he continually got to the rim and scored.
Yeah, he had the jetpack on today, Steve, blowing by the defender no matter who they put on it.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Inside the 7-footers, Gasol and Kaman.
Hammer time! Hammer time! Boy, the kind of moment you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
Los Angeles shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
Yeah, this is a very good free throw shooting team, guys. I mean, you look at the numbers. Impressive.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
And finished off by Kaman.
Great job capitalizing on that steal and getting the easy points in transition.
Exactly how it should be done after a turnover.
Ginobili attacking. Second chance shot. Kaman with the block. Here's Red Hot, covered by Parker. Gets it to go.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Ginobili with the 3. Again, the miss by Ginobili.
And offensively, they have yet to hit a shot. Slow start here to the second half.
Stolen. Out on his own on the break. To end the run. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Yeah, he didn't even bother to wait around for any help on that break.
That was a one-man job all the way, Steve. He knew what to do with it and when.
Lakers have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Up top, Kobe. He's covered by Ginobili. There's the bucket. Good.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that. Well, guys, Kobe Bryant is now the longest tenured Laker ever. Magic called him the greatest Laker ever. On a team that's had so many terrific players, that is a monumental statement.
And for Kobe, he said at this point, he'll never go to another team. It's important for him to retire a Laker. You don't hear that from a lot of guys.
No, Reggie Miller with the Pacers, Larry Bird with the Celtics, but not often. And I think it does add to a player's legacy, and it adds to the history and the legacy of the franchise as well. So I think it's important that Kobe remains in that Laker jersey.
That finish brings me back to the old days, the silky smooth finger roll.
From past the arc. The shot's good from Red Hot.
They're rolling now. 5 straight hoops to start this quarter.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Got a piece of it. It's Parker with the drive. Pass to Red Hot. Releases. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Keeping up the pressure here. I like that. When you have a lead, don't let up.
Yeah, this game could be over soon if they keep pounding it the way they are.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, this is getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this run going much longer.
I tell you what, Steve, it's already lasted longer than I thought possible.
And Clark, they've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, I think so. Too cool. I mean, just not forceful enough, not alert or aggressive enough, and sometimes trying to do too much with the basketball.
Sometimes you just got to make the easy pass. Somebody's open, throw it to them. When you do that multiple times, the game starts to find a flow to itself.
Parker against Kaman. It's Ginobili with the drive. A shot by Parker. They grabbed their own miss.
An easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
Red Hot the pass to Young. Red Hot covered by Parker. The shot's good from Red Hot. Red Hot's got 16 here in the second half.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
Duncan with it. Gasol covering. Ginobili attacking. Kaman with the block.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Kobe, the pass to Red Hot. Dishes it to Kaman. Lakers working the ball around now. And Young kicks to Kaman. Now the pass to Red Hot. Outside, Kobe puts up a three. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And I'll tell you, the other thing that's been a factor is the transition game. They're scoring a lot of points on the fast break.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Red Hot the pass to Kobe. The three, and the shot is good. Kobe's got 42 in the game.
Boy, this is the kind of shooting performance coaches dream of. It makes their job so much easier. An excellent start to this third quarter.
Ginobili dishes to Duncan. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
The defenders have to be aware. They cannot allow him that position before he catches the ball.
You're exactly right, Steve. That is his domain.
The shot's good from Red Hot.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Here's Ginobili. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Boy, he has been struggling mightily in this quarter, guys.
True. He really seems to have tightened up a bit for whatever reason. He looks tight.
A different look now for San Antonio. Boris Diaz checked in for Splitter. Bellinelli comes in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker.
I think he's been kind of passive today. And, you know, maybe that one will get him going. I think for them to be successful, he needs to be the one to do the bulk of the scoring.
Kicks to Kobe. They double-team Kobe. Young outside. Back to Kobe. Red Hot. Shot clock at 5. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
And Mills kicks to Leonard. Plenty of space. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Red Hot buries it down low.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
The Spurs have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. And Bellinelli kicks to Mills. Fires from deep. A rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Gasol's got 8 points.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball, really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. I mean, they're hitting their shots.
Leonard, the pass to Duncan. And nothing is falling for him right now. Here's Red Hot. And that one is stuck right through.
Well, as they continue to dominate, you wonder just how much higher this lead might get.
I think it really could get out of hand, and you can credit their defense just as much as their offense for that.
Mills with it. Oh, and here we go with Kobe with nobody back.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Leonard kicks to Diaw, feeds it to Mills. He dishes it to Duncan. Kamen's there. Pass to Leonard. 5 to shoot. Lets it go with a 3. Chris Kaman with the rebound. Kamen's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
They continue to go through him, and why not? I mean, he's the leading scorer in this game.
Mills dishes to Duncan. He feeds it to Leonard. Pulls up on the wing, and he hits the jump shot. Leonard's got 6 here in this quarter.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
Here's Red Hot. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
Jeff Pendergraft's checking in for San Antonio. Ginobili comes in for Kawhi Leonard. For Los Angeles, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. That's good from Red Hot. San Antonio's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Mills. And he slams it one-handed.
Carving out some space and eating a little glass at the offensive end while he's doing it.
You got it with a ferocious follow.
Yeah, but just another day at the office for him. That's what he does.
Picked away. 4-on-3 break. The feed to Ginobili. The dish to Mills. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. Mills has got 5.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter. That was wicked. Old school time now. He broke to the rack, Kevin.
That is raw power, Clark. Raw, unbridled power.
And this place is shaking.
He kicks to Mills. Poked away. Diaw, the pass to Pendergraft. Diaw dishes to Mills. 6 to shoot. Shoots it. Excellent D there from Red Hot. Mills has gone 2 for 7 from the field. Pass to Kobe. And another basket for the Lakers.
He's really carried this team offensively here today.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Passes it to Ginobili. One-on-one fast break. Young from outside. The 15-footer. Breaks a big high bounce and goes in. Kobe's got 48. The Spurs shooting down near the 40% mark since halftime. They've been slow getting going. And Bellinelli kicks to Ginobili. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
The tough shots aren't going down for him right now, but neither are the easy ones. I mean, he's got to find the rhythm somehow. Their backcourt is phenomenal, Kevin. Absolutely phenomenal. That's why they've been given the green light every time they touch the ball.
Mills with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Shots good by Mills. And here's the Lakers. 46 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Nice move. He stepped back and cast it up.
His three-point shot is so pure, just draining one after another.
Here's Bellinelli, guarded by Kobe. Ginobili attacking, and the layup's good off the glass. Ginobili's got 17 now.
You know, with that much of a height advantage, that's exactly what you should do. Take it straight to the rim.
Here's Red Hot. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Wow, what an incredible run they're on. This is as good an offense as you will see.
Well, every single guy on the floor right now just feeling it.
And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Two seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. They double him with Kaman. Leonard kicks to Pendergraft. Back to Leonard. Spurs working the ball around now. It's Ginobili with the drive. Count that one. And here's Young. A three ball.
You gotta love seeing nothing but zeros on the clock when that ball tickles the twine.
Oh, man, a clutch shot.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Lakers ahead, running away with this one. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports.
Next Wednesday, January 8th, the Phoenix Suns take on Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers. Live from Staples Center. Do not miss it.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade and are looking amped up and ready to get going once again. Here's Red Hot. Jeff Pendergraft out there with Green. Then it's Corey Joseph. Then there's Boris Diaw, and it's DeColo in at the 2. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. The Spurs shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Tipped away, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And a quick look now at how San Antonio's schedule is shaping up. It's off to Utah for them after this game as they take on the Jazz. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
And keep an eye on that Mavericks score. That's a great matchup there.
Knocks it loose. Here's Kobe. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Quick hands on the steal, quick feet on the break.
Costly mistake to fork that ball over and then not get back on D.
And now here comes Kobe, leading the break. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finish hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Nothing extravagant about it, but there didn't need to be.
Here's DeColo. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. The drive by Green. Here's Pendergraft. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
For Los Angeles, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. His finishes can be dazzling, especially Clark at his size.
Well, you look at a guy who doesn't have the height of some other big-time dunkers, and it always looks better, and he certainly makes up for the lack of height with that athleticism.
Yeah, his leaping ability is just off the charts, guys.
That's good from Red Hot.
Boy, still waiting for their first miss from the foul line this half.
100% since halftime, is that right? I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon if that keeps up.
And Joseph kicks to DeColo. Shot clock at 6. no luck. And here's Los Angeles. They're on an 11-2 run, and that one's good.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Pendergraft passes to Green, and he uses the glass on the layup. Here's Red Hot. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth, and that one's good.
What a competitor, Kevin. He's been looking for a shot all game long, and he's really shouldered the load for them offensively.
Dishes it to Green. The pass to Diaw, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Here's a look at the schedule for the Los Angeles Lakers. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. DeColo dishes to Pendergraft. Green kicks to Diaw. Young with the steal.
This game is going to get even more out of hand unless they stop coughing the ball up.
Yeah, it's been a forgettable quarter for them. Terrible ball handling.
Here's Red Hot. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
Just an astonishing number of turnovers, guys, and look how many points have come off those mistakes.
Well, it basically renders you unable to play transition defense when you fumble it away like that.
Wow, what an incredible run they're on. This is as good an offense as you will see.
Well, every single guy on the floor right now just feeling it.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth.
Hey, look up top.
Inside, here's DeColo, and he lays it straight in.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Here's Red Hot. Again, the Lakers.
I tell you what, I can't argue with the result, but a little unnecessary to go to the off-balance shot there.
Joseph with the ball, now guarded by Red Hot. Open shot, Green, the wing jumper, off target. Green's gone only 4 of 11 from the field. King in a screen. Young outside, and so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
Boy, that pass was in the air a long time.
Long enough for him to get a finger on it anyway and send it out of bounds.
Kobe kicks to Young. Red Hot, defended by Joseph. Red Hot, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
Clark, they're really struggling guarding that three-point line.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, Steve.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here will do a lot for their confidence.
Los Angeles has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot, he'll go to the free throw line.
Boy, it's been a poor defensive effort. When that ball has gone inside into the post, they've been in trouble.
Yep, points in the paint clearly going against them now.
Come on, you're gonna miss it.
That free throw good from Red Hot. The Spurs have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And it's the Lakers on the break. And Gasol slams it in.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for Daniel Green. Spurs shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. That's tipped. Clock at 6. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Red Hot.
Unbelievable.
How did he do that?
Where's that hidden trampoline in the floor? The bounce this guy's got is ridiculous.
Maybe that is the explanation for the hang time and trap.
That was crazy. Just the artistry.
They're not having much success at all right now.
Now they need to shuffle their lineup a little bit. Try to find a combination that works.
And DeColo kicks to Diao. Joseph. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And Bellinelli kicks to Diao. 5 on the clock. Gasol with the steal. And it's the Lakers on the break. Kobe, the pass. Oh, rim is shaken. That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary, partner.
Man.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
Here's Joseph. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Now here's Kobe. He passes to Red Hot. Back to Kobe. Left side, Kobe. The kick out to Young. Pass to Red Hot. For the 3. Hits the bucket.
When you're hot, you're hot. This is unbelievable.
The Spurs have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Poke loose, and it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Bellinelli dishes to DeColo. Now here's Joseph. He's guarded closely. 6 on the shot clock. Bellinelli off the pick from Diao. Shot off the pick. A shot by Bellinelli. No good. Los Angeles has gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
Now Joseph, another steal. Out on his own on the break. Here's Red Hot. Oh, look out. Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in the game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
Oh, boy, that was just amazing.
That is as athletic a move as you're going to see right there, folks. Unbelievable.
Clark, what about the hang time?
Oh,
You're talking about hang time. That fella had helium in those shoes.
Well, if you're going to pull off a 360, you better have hang time.
Here's Joseph, and he's good on the 3 ball. Joseph's got 5 points in the quarter. Now Kobe passes to Red Hot. Doubled by Bellinelli. The pass to Red Hot. And again, it's the Lakers.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
The Spurs have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Knocked away. Kobe, the pass to Red Hot. A pull-up. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, turnovers really becoming a key storyline in this one.
Yep, another mistake at the other end, and once again, they're reaping the benefits.
And it's the Lakers on the break. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Here's Joseph. Here's Diao. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Patrick Mills, he's checked in for the Spurs. Diao's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Kicks it to Kobe. Launches it. And the shot is good. Kobe's got 13 points now in the quarter.
What a performance. You don't see a hot streak like this too often.
No, you really don't, Steve. I mean, I haven't seen many like this in all of my years of commentating.
And DeColo kicks to Mills. Feeds to Bellinelli. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Just 5 to shoot. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Here's Red Hot, covered by Mills. Keenan dishes to Young. Inside to Gasol. That's good, and it's Kobe with the assist. That's 12 points for Pau Gasol.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
They sure are. You got to come up with something. A double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting ridiculous. Good job creating an easy bucket there.
Here's Red Hot, covered by Mills. To the paint, here's Red Hot.
What a play.
Well, it's a wrap, fellas. No way you come back in this one.
Not anymore. Any chance of that happening went out the window a while ago.
Spurs have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Mills passes to Pendergraft. Soft touch off the glass. Pendergraft's got 4 this quarter. LA's gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. Doubled by Diaw. Back to Kobe. With the lead pass. And finished off by Gasol.
Boy, the big fella's showing us a little explosiveness for a change.
Well, maybe Clark is working on his dunk skills because he looked perfectly at home right there.
Now, sometimes he can clang those, so glad to see him get that one down.
Poked away. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Red Hot. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Boy, their defense making an impact here late, Kevin.
And straight off the steal, Clark, a perfectly run fast break ends in a slam dunk.
That could be a huge 4-point swing in this game.
That free throw good from Red Hot. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. Here's DeColo, guarded by Kobe. Got a piece of it. Unhindered, going all the way. And the shot's good from Red Hot.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on them.
Well, the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way their home team played here today.
And they shouldn't be pleased. I mean, it's a very well-deserved win, Steve. They came into this building and weren't intimidated at all. They were the aggressors.
Shot to stop the run. Good work defensively by Gasol.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
And it's good.
He's been putting on a shooting clinic this quarter.
And turnovers, Clark and Steve, have been the issue for him.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Why does it always come back to food, Clark?
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Tries to keep it alive. Clock at 6. He dishes it to Mills. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. The shot's good from Red Hot.
You know, the instant that steal was made, they were off and running the other way.
Ball pressure, then a run-out seed. That's perfection to me.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Red Hot.